Hey guys, it's Vandy by my Pokemon FireRed Let's Play video. What happened last time was we ended up getting through Rock Tunnel and didn't use Flash, which was a pain. And now we are going to head our way to Lavender Town. And if the game would stop lagging, I would actually show you where we're gonna go next, because I think we just got into a new route, which means we can catch more Pokemon, but for some reason the game is starting to lag here. But whatever. Use town map. I'm recording this like literally right after I just figured out the Lavender Town puzzle, because I stopped recording for a temporary amount of time. Okay, there we go. Okay, is this a new route? This is... So there's a power plant apparently, but I think this is a new route overall, so we can catch a new Pokemon here. But also we already did like a lot of grinding, so I mean, I technically don't have to fight these trainers, because yeah, we're, I think, incredibly over-leveled in general, but, like, especially for the next gym, which is where, like, we're trying to draw the medium line at, I'm pretty sure the next gym is not anywhere near level 30. Like, their max level may be 30 specifically, but it's not higher than 30, and I give you a hint now, Charmeleon's gonna wreck it because of typing, and it already knows Flamethrower, and it's literally 2 levels away from evolving. Like, no joke, Flame is kind of gonna slay the next gym with pure ease, which is like fine, you know, but like I was saying in the Rock Tunnel episode before I went insane going through that tunnel, it's not gonna be hard, and I kind of want it to be hard. Like, I don't want it to be where I am losing my Pokemon left, right, and center, but I want it to be where I have the feeling I'm gonna lose them, so therefore I'm actually like having to play a little bit more strategically, like I did with Misty, except I don't want Pokemon to die like in Misty. Misty was Misty getting RNG, but I would like it to be where I have to use Sand Attack or something like that, because I'm in a desperate situation. Like, I want to be put into a corner. I don't want to be put into a corner where I start losing Pokemon, but I at least want, like, the intense feeling of it, because A, it's for the viewers, but then for me, it's also for myself, because otherwise, it's just, like, a normal playthrough, except I'm not allowed to catch more Pokemon, so I'm essentially just grinding with the same guys because I'm not allowed to do anything. And honestly, I imagine grinding in the early game was going to be really hard. I mean, it's probably going to be a lot harder in the late game, but like right now, I'm literally just killing everything so easily, and it's weird because I honestly expected the grinding, like I said, to be harder or not as like forgiving, but there are like a bunch of areas where certain Pokemon spawn, and because of that, like, you can just walk in there with a Pokemon that either has a resistance to them or has the type advantage against them, and then just straight up walk in there and then grind like hell. Like, that's how Mick got to Gloom so easily. I just rammed it against a bunch of Diglets, and that's how Charmeleon, and while I have PTSD from it, why Charmeleon can now casually take on ground types, because I rammed it off into a bunch of Dugtrio on accident, mind you, but still. So I mean, yeah, not really too worried about all of this. And then off camera, when I was trying, because I said at the end of the last episode that I had like went off camera to try to find Flash, but I couldn't. While I was doing that, I found the old Amber. I didn't keep that save file because I just straight up deleted it, but now I know where to get the old Amber at, which, you know, is a fossil Pokemon, which is great. But I also like did enough backtracking to where I was buying repels because I imagined I was gonna actually find Flash, and I didn't, which something tells me I actually did find where Flash was, but I asked the wrong person. So if I had like had patience and like waited like 2 more minutes, I could have found it. But honest to God, I wasn't about to like go walking all the way back there to find Flash, so I'll take what I can get. Charmeleon's now level 35, which means he's literally... Okay, apparently this Onyx wants to hold on at 1 HP, but it's gonna miss its attack for whatever reason. So now Charmeleon's level 35. He is literally 1 level away from evolving. If we throw him into like a rival battle per se, he'll probably evolve from that alone, which is crazy. So I should probably stop grinding him, especially because we have other team members that'll be really good in that next gym too, which to be fair means I shouldn't level them up either. But yeah, there we go. Go Graveler. Mick, go handle things, because I kind of want to throw Gyarados out against things, but Gyarados only knows Bite, Tackle, and Splash. Splash does jack. Tackle doesn't do anything. I did not mean to click Poison Powder, but Tackle doesn't do anything, and Gyarados doesn't have a water move, and half of these things are rock type, which means it's super effective on Gyarados, who's a water flying type, if a rock type move hits, and I'm not about to take that chance. So Mick, if you don't mind, I want you to not accidentally hit Poison Powder again, which was my bad, and then kill it with Absorb, because I'm pretty sure Absorb is a one-shot, which in theory would bring Mick up to level 27, which means every one of the actual main squad, not saying Gyarados is a part of the main Gyarados is a part of the main squad, or at least more or less intention to be. But okay, yep. Now everyone that's a part of the main squad that has had a good amount of grinding has reached level 27. Like, this is easily done by like 30 minutes of grinding off camera. Like, not even joking. Oh, I thought the camera stopped for a second. I was like, the hell? But okay, random trainer, because I mean, might as well. Like I said, we're already close to it, and I've already like the same thing with Monkey. I was kind of committed to evolving Charizard as fast as possible. So I mean, now that we're here and now that we have Flamethrower, which I love spamming, and hey, it's a Cubone. I remember earlier when we ran into a Cubone, and then it gave me a heart attack because it threw not Boomerang but Bone Club at me, and it made me think that it was gonna multi-attack because it got a crit, but it didn't, thankfully. So a Psychic type. I don't want to throw out Flock because I'm afraid Flock's gonna die. Oh yeah, when I was doing the old Amber thing, apparently there's a guy in there that teaches you Seismic Toss too, which would have been useful before Mankey learned it on his own, but I mean, Mankey learned it like while he was casually one-shotting most of the things that were Digletts and also getting a bunch of crits back and forth. And like I said, he already learned it now, so I don't really care. Seismic Toss would have been specifically easier for Misty and nothing else, but I mean, is what it is. Gets a crit though, knocks out Slowpoke with ease. Actually, I don't think I even could have gone there up until Surge because I think a Grass Tree was blocking it, so that guy that happened to give me it wasn't gonna do anything useful. I wouldn't have been able to use it properly is what I'm saying, because I said it would have been useful for Misty, but you can't use Cut until you get to Misty. But we're in Lavender Town, the depressing place. New Sylph. Why do they advertise that? I guess I see why they advertise that here for foreshadowing reasons, but Team Rocket would do anything for the sake of money. There was no job too dirty, no crime too heinous, or no need too heinous, no crime too whatever. I saw Cubone's mother trying to escape Team Rocket. She was killed trying to get away. Which is fun to think that, like, you know, Pokemon was the thing for children, and then they have a backstory that's messed up as Cubones, for example, which is messed up when you think about it, because Cubone's whole story, like, not just this Cubone in particular, or, like, not just Cubone, like, from Pokemon Origins in particular, but, like, Cubones in general, the skull that they wear is their mother's skull after they die, which is really messed up, and then that just happens to be the main story of Pokemon Origins when Red encounters a Cubone, which is just, again I say, really messed up. Like, they're casually having this kid story that talks about, oh yeah, Pokemon canonically is about its mother dying and something about Mr. Fuji going missing. Hey, you have a Nidoran. I want a Nidoran. I was actually trying to find a Nidoran, and I know we can find one in the Safari Zone, which I think the rules for Nuzlocke when it comes to Safari Zones is you can only catch Pokemon in different zones. So like the first zone we run across, that's one Pokemon. The second zone we run across, that's a second Pokemon. So like the hope is we can run into a Nidoran there. And I mean, yeah, it would be like really late on the team for it, but I mean, it'll be a new team member that we could catch, and I would throw Nidoran onto our team because honestly I love Nidoran, but it's also poison type, and that would be kind of like conflicting with other teammates. But because I didn't save last time, and by last time I mean the like half thing where I tried to go find Flash, I'm gonna go spend some money on buying repels. Oh, you have super repels. I mean, I only bought like 20 last time, so I'll just buy 10 here just for the sake of like, if I go back through Rock Tunnel again, I can like, for some reason specifically to go get Flash or something else important, I can at least do that. And oh yeah, Route 10 didn't have an encounter area because I'm assuming the power plant is where we're gonna find stuff, which, oh, this is where the name raider is. Okay, good to know you can change nicknames here. I'll make sure to tell my friend when I see him again that he can change his nickname because he forgot to nickname Pikachu, so when he caught it. So this Horrible Rocket, there's no mercy. That poor Cubone's mother, it was killed trying to escape Team Rocket. Is it this Cubone or is it a different Cubone? Okay, I guess it's this Cubone. What are those boxes in here? Are those like the TM boxes? Not TM boxes. Okay, well there's Route 8. To not avoid the story, let's go here. And do you believe in ghosts? I mean, yeah. Okay, so there are believers. I want to know what happens if I say no to her. So I'm going to go back that way real quickly. No. I guess not. That white hand on your shoulder, just imagining it. Okay, that actually spooked me a little bit because I, like, I immediately, like, half turned to my left. Like, I'm sorry, what? Wait, why do you have another item? Wait, do you have pickup? What is your ability? Oh my god, Meowth has pickup! I thought it did when I picked up the first item, but I was like, it doesn't have pickup, it's just randomly carrying an item. Oh my god, you know, Meowth now has a reason to stick around on this team outside of being an HM slave, because, you know, he can pick up stuff. But hey, this is the Pokemon Tower where everyone mourns dead Pokemon, which means our dead team members, such as, Remy the Rattata, Star the Caterpie, and Raquel the Geodude. I'm surprised I remember all of your names. Okay, you are here, but they are all being mourned in this tower because we let them die in the playthrough. And only one of them I actually care, okay, 2 of them I care about. I don't care about Caterpie. Hey, Prince, what brings you here? Is your Pokemon dead? Hey, it's alive! I can at least make them faint, let's go! Oh, that's, well, you see, Kiki, we're currently in a Nuzlocke, mate, so if my Pokemon, faint, they die. I was about to say, how the hell are you faster than me? We're the same Pokemon, but I'm 3 levels higher than you. But yeah, he's gonna quick attack there, and I was about to say, why does his look like it does more? But no, wing attack does more than him. But it's a showdown of the Pidgeotos, weirdly enough, inside of an area that, you know, doesn't have an outside. But I mean, there goes his Pidgeotto. It wasn't really too hard, and we get a crit because for some reason Pidgeotto's quick attack likes to crit a lot. Do I care? No. I mean, I appreciate the crit, don't get me wrong, but I'm not saying it's necessary. You have a Growlithe? Do you get an Arcanine later? I mean, just cause, like, might as well train Maelstrom because they are gonna, like, hit each other with I assume this thing has Intimidate, but let's just see how far Maelstrom gets in a battle, because I want Maelstrom to try to get some EXP, because eventually it's going to be a part of the main squad. I mean, like, yeah, it's a part of the main squad now, but in terms of levels, it needs to catch up, like, really quickly. And, right, Maelstrom's faster, and I forgot Bite can flinch in this game, so there's a chance that we could just get a bunch of flinches, and you're gonna... Don't you dare burn me. I will cry if you burn. Okay, there we go. I mean, to be fair, I do resist him, and he doesn't resist me. The only thing that he has going for him is the fact that he, what's it called? Intimidated me, and if a burn does get off, then it'll cut my attack stat straight in half, which will help him, but... I think at this point, he's dead to another bite, even if it does burn, which it doesn't, thankfully. So there goes his Growlithe. Unfortunately, not going to give it a lot of EXP, because normally, you know, base forms don't give a lot of EXP, but never mind. It gives me 480. Execute. I forgot how unique Blue's, Gary's, Kiki's team is when they're, like, at this point in the game, because, you know, they got a Growlithe, which could turn into an Arcanine. They have a Pidgeotto, which will obviously turn into a Pidgeot. They have an Execute, which will turn into an Executor. They have their starter, and I think confirmed at this point, the Raticate that they had is dead, because during our last battle, we were super aggressive with them. So they then, do I not have an, yeah, I was about to say I did buy Awakenings, I know I did, but the last battle that we had with them, we hit them so hard that we actually killed the Raticate, which would basically be kind of messed up that he's mourning it here, but or not messed up that he's mourning it here, but you know, it's like messed up that it's here, and then we come bother him while he's mourning. But to be fair, he also challenges us to a fight while he's mourning, so there's that. You have a Kadabra. Oh yeah, so his Raticate is confirmed dead. I don't want to take chances with you, which is why we're going to throw out Gyarados, because I now realize Bite is super effective on you, which means you, in theory, should die unless you have Psychic, which I don't think you do. I hope you don't, because if you do, that means Gyarados might die. If you have Confusion, I mean, it'll do, like, damage, but I hope this kills you in one hit. Okay, it doesn't. I hope it flinches you, at least. Oh, okay, that's not ideal, because that means I'm stuck with Tackle, unless Splash has, like, some hidden move ability. I want to know... Wow. Oh my god, Tackle did so much. Why? I mean, okay, sure. I'm not gonna question it. I thought Bite would do, I mean, because neither of those moves have Stab with Gyarados, but sure. I would throw out Flock, but Flock's currently low on HP, so go Mick. Let's go wipe out his starter. You see, the fun thing is, because Mick didn't actually get to show off last time, and I think this, no, I was going to say, I think this time we got to show off every one of our Pokemon, but no, we didn't show off Monkey this time around, because I was 50-50. It was either Monkey on Wartortle or it was Mick on Wartortle. To be fair with you, I thought Mick was going to, like, do a lot more damage in that one hit, but kind of goes to show that I really need Mega Drain now, because Mick isn't doing a lot of damage, and I want to know when he does get Mega Drain, because that would be useful. But I also want to know how to evolve Mick, because I think Vileplume's in this game. I think it evolves into Vileplume by Leaf Stone, and it evolves into the other one by Sunstone, or Shiny Stone. I don't know if Blossom or something like that. I don't know if that one's in the game. I know Vileplume is in the game, so I mean, That would be a possible potential team member there. I don't necessarily like Vileplume. I love to grind against Vileplume because I don't know why. I feel like Vileplumes always give like really good experience, but I don't personally like Vileplume for a team member. I would prefer the Blossom one. It's because if I pick the Blossom one, then Mick is a pure grass type, and then I can run Nidoking if I did get one because he would be a thing. I can't find the bigger Marowak. Where could they be? I bet there aren't any left. Well, I better get going to a composite. I've got a lot of composite. You smell you later. Well, he found a Cubone, which I think is, so for those of you that haven't played Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu, this is a spoiler alert, but the rival in that game, he actually picked, so this story more or less goes the same, where, okay, I'm not going to spoil entirely, but point is, like, the rival ends up picking up a Cubone that is, what's it called? It's a Cubone that was abandoned because its mother died, and, like, it's a whole story plot point, and he actually does keep that Cubone for the rest of the game, which I think is a pretty cool detail because, you know, that Cubone lost his mother and then it willingly chose to go to them. Like, he didn't choose to catch it. It chose to go to him, which I think is, like, a very cool thing because then, like, he kept it, which means, like, he had a cool bond with that Pokemon, which is just something that you don't really see happen because a lot of the time when that happens, it's when the main character bonds with the Pokemon, not when the rival does it. So the fact that it happened with the rival, who I think not a lot of people like anyways, I think that's a pretty cool detail. I wish they gave it to a more, you know, caring rival, and by caring rival I mean like a rival people care about, not to say that that rival didn't care about his Pokemon, because he clearly did, but I wish they would give it to a rival people cared more about, because, you know, that would add more to their story. But it also kind of like makes me want to ask, who's your guys' favorite rival, like, in all the Pokemon games? Because for me personally, I gotta go with Hop from Pokemon Sword and Shield, because I always love it when a character has like doubt in their own capabilities, and towards the later half of the game, Hop begins to doubt himself, because while you guys started on the journey together, ultimately he's the one with his champion as the brother, and you aren't, and he's had all this experience to learn from him, and well, he's actually doing worse than you in his own dream, which isn't great, or like, you know what I mean, like, it wouldn't make you feel good about yourself. And the ghost appeared. Can I fight it? I don't, okay, too scared to move. Huh. Don't, get out, wait. Is this the actual ghost, or I'm confused? Sure. If that happens again, I'll try to catch it. I don't know if that was the story one, or if that was the normal Pokemon, because I'm kind of confused, because I don't think that they just randomly say get out, but cool. There's a Ghastly. I always wonder what those things the Maniacs are holding. But yeah, anyways, back to my point with Hop. Like, I like it when characters have the self-depression arc where they don't feel like their capabilities are good enough, which kind of, sorry, that animation distracted me with like Curse because of how it worked, but okay, there goes Ghastly. Hopefully the curse it laid on Flock leaves after this battle, because I would hate for Flock to just be randomly cursed by a Ghastly that none of us care about, and I probably should have put up Charmeleon up first again just to knock everything out with flamethrowers. And hey, there's another escape rope, which I also used an escape rope off camera when I was in the cave to, again, try to cheat my way to Flash, which didn't work. So essentially a lot of things didn't go according to plan when I was trying to use Flash, and I went the wrong way. Yay! Just gonna go this way. I was about to say I don't have repels anymore, but I remember I actually did buy repels this time because I was prepared. And okay, I did say I would try to catch this. I don't think I can. I'll try. But yeah, I loved Hop, like, having confidence issues, but my... Okay, screw you too. But the thing that I disliked about Hop is that they never really gave him a point where he was confident himself until the post game. So in the post game, when you're fighting against, you know, Shorebert and Shieldbert, I don't think those are their names, but it's close enough, where they're the two guys that won at the legendary doggos, they were bashing Hop, and then Hop eventually got courageous, and like, I think it was after you beat them is where where his confidence comes back, where I'm like, okay, it makes sense, but I mean, why not during the main game where he gets confidence? Because he helps fight against Eternatus. He is the reason why one of the legendary dogs is able to come out. So why doesn't he have confidence then? Like, why does he take so long to get his confidence back? Like, I get, like the point where he starts losing his confidence, I forgot where it is. I think it's, like, after you take on Gordy or the Ice-type gym, respectively. I think that's where his confidence begins to falter a little bit, which is a good point. Or, like, whenever his confidence does start to falter, that's when I like it, because it is actually a good point. It's not too early, it's not too late, but by the time he does get his confidence back, like I said, it happens in the post-game to where it just feels like it's not really, like, there's not enough time for a payoff in it, because he has one match with you where, yeah, he's confident again, which is, like, really good to end off his story. But it feels like it happens too late, because, like I said, he helps you fight Eternatus, and he helps you find the legendary dog, he helps you discover the story with the legendary dogs, and then he is also the reason why one of them's able to come out, and I think one of them already, like, pre-bonds with him. Or no, one of them bonds with him. Whatever one wasn't the one your pick, aka the box legendary, that's the one that that's the one he bonds with at the end of the story. But I don't know, it just feels iffy. And okay, we've already proven the point we can't fight these things and we can't catch them either, and I'm not gonna waste time like trying to do it. So run away! Get a Pokeball, Great Ball. Okay, so we're just fighting a bunch of stuff, which doesn't help us because we can't catch things here. But let's see, another Great Ball. Oh, an Awakening. That feels like it's a premonition of something to come. But fight you! And I know there's one more trainer somewhere down here, because might as well go fight them as well, because if we can get Pidgeotto to evolve into a Pidgeot by the next gym, we probably will. Maybe not, like, guaranteedly by the gym leader. Maybe not by the gym trainers themselves, but by the gym leader definitely, because if I'm right and it evolves at level 32, Flock is already 2 levels away from evolving now. It's probably 34 like I thought, but I mean, if it is 32, well, we're only 2 levels away now, which isn't really that hard to do. And I just kind of hope Pidgeot's faster, because I think Pidgeotto is actually slower than Primate for some reason. Which, I mean, to be fair, Primate's like a full evolve, but like, the point still stands. And then, never mind, there's not another trainer. Going through the door, or technically the ladder. Oh, there's a Purifying Circle. I was like, I know there's a place to heal in here somewhere. I just don't know where. But more ghost Pokemon, of course. Technically, these don't count as our first encounter for the Nuzlocke, FYI, so later when we come back here, if they're actual Pokemon, we can, you know, catch them, which would be useful, because I assume we can catch Ghastlies here on the grounds of every single trainer here uses a Ghastly, or the vast majority of them have used a Ghastly, if I'm wrong about that statement. Like, watch, yep, Ghastly, I told you, literally all of them have Ghastlies. But hopefully we'll be able to find one, because I think that would be a good Pokemon as well, though I think, no, Gengar isn't the game. But Gengar is a poison and ghost type. It would be fun to have a ghost type. Again, we already have a possible poison type in Mick. And even if we didn't, I would love to have Nidoking over over Gengar any day of the week. I'll even take Nidoqueen over Ghastly. And that's not me, like, hating on Nido, okay, for some reason my thing is no longer working for whatever reason. But that's not me hating on, what's it called, Nidoqueen. I just prefer Nidoking to, like, Nidoqueen, like, a lot. But if I had a Nidoqueen, I'm not going to really say I'm not going to use it, because I would. Oh, you're the one that would say the Purifying Circle. Okay, good to know. What happens if I click the Pokeball? Is that just an item, or is that like the healing circle? I'm very confused about how this thing works exactly. And I do wonder what these things that the channels are holding, because I know that when FireRed got dubbed, they did change things. So, like, if you remember back from Vermilion City, the area right outside of it, there is a, where Diglett Tunnel is, there is the new trainer archetype called Gamers, which isn't necessarily wrong, but their Japanese name is Gambler, I believe. Okay, so it just touched the Pokeball to heal. But the Japanese thing is Gambler, where obviously they didn't want to teach kids gambling in a Pokemon game, even though there's a casino in this game where it's an actual plot point, mind you. But ignoring that entirely, they didn't want to, you know, give kids the idea that gambling is okay for whatever reason. So then they did that and made them gamers. And then channelers, I don't know what their original thing was. I don't think they're the Hexes. I think Hexes came in later. I want to say that their title was Maniacs? Murderers? Because the thing is, those always, like, these little things right here, they always look like axes to me. Not like, you know, the purifying thing that you wave, like Prayer Bell or something like that. Like, those look like axes, like weapons that they're trying to brandish at you. So I'm not exactly sure that's actually what it is. That's what it feels like to me, and I feel like that's what their original character was supposed to be. I don't know what it would be called. Like I said, I feel like Maniac or Murder or something like that, not Channeler, but it is what it is. Now, I will say this though, their names are unique. Like, at least Channeler fits their name, not like Gamer fits the Gambler, guys. Because again, I mean, yeah, it's kind of gaming, but at the same time, it kind of isn't. And my God, how many trainers are here? Give me blood. Okay, so there's the Maniac part. I don't know, maybe they're called Sadists in the original. And I'm actually kind of curious. I'm half tempted to look it up, but I know if I were to look it up, that would be like during a grinding session, which I plan on not doing for at least another while, because yeah, I'm over leveled as hell. To be fair with you, if I do a grinding session, it's to get all my like Pokemon in the the boxes that we've caught along the way up to level, to where I could be like, okay, if someone does go down, or if I do actually get bored of my current team, I can just toss one of them on and be like, yay, let's experiment and throw on new team members, because why the hell not? Because at this point we're getting really over leveled. Like, I can't throw James the Ekans into Diglett Tunnel. Like I said, my version of grinding here is A, use the versus recorder now that I know that versus recorder is actually usable, but B, it's also just what's it called? Go into an area where only like 1 or 2 Pokemon spawn, and then bring a Pokemon that can handle them, and then just delete everything off the face of the earth by just spamming the A button 24/7, because I have either a super effective move or I just hard resist them, so there's that. Down here to get this Pokeball. Okay, I think this is the last floor before story intervenes. I hope this is the last floor before story intervenes, because I'm starting to get hungry and I want to go get food. But another ghost! I'm glad these things don't just pop up randomly or consistently, like how the Geodudes and Machamps and Zubats pop up when I was trying to do Rock Tunnel last time. I'm really glad that I didn't end up taking like the rest of the night just to sleep and not go through Rock Tunnel and then just choose to do it in the morning, because I would have been driven insane. But like once I started looking at it with a clear head, I kind of did figure out how to do it, and I was less bothered by the encounters. But it did actually worry me, because I forgot that Charmeleon was half health. So when I started going into the encounters, I was like, oh, Charmeleon's at half health. Maybe I should start paying a little bit more attention, because he's kind of close to dying, and I don't want him. Okay, half is like close to dying in my mind, because I feel like a crit from half is able to take you out, especially if the crit is super effective. And I know one of the Geodudes I ran across to use Rock Throw. I don't know if that was like during the part that I deleted because I backtracked, or if it was during the part that I had on camera, which worried me, because I was like, oh my God, Rock Throw could kill. And it didn't come close to killing at all, but like it gave me a heart attack, which was enough to be like, okay, maybe I shouldn't do it. And wow, Flock is just massacring the Ghastlies. Wing Attack is busted. I'm starting to see why they gave like all the Pokemon that learn like better type moves, like why they made them so far out from like the originals. Like for example, Flock has had Gust since like level 7 to 9, and it only just recently got Wing Attack, I think at like level 26, level 27, something like that. And I'm starting to see why, because Wing Attack is one-shotting literally everything I use it against, except anything that's like really tanky. And there's a rare candy. Well, we're about to find out if Flock actually does evolve at level Be gone, intruders. Oh, so I was right, this is the last floor. Okay, so assumably this is a static encounter, because it procced on its own, and it, you know, didn't let me even get into an actual encounter with it. So I'm assuming I can't fight you, so I'm gonna just run away. And if I just do that again, no, okay, so it pushed me away. Okay, so there's our note. We can no longer go any further in Lavender Tower, which means we have to go to our next 2 cities. I know the proper way to go, technically. If I were to use an escape rope, can I, because I just don't want to have to go through the entire thing again. Actually, I don't really care if I go through the entire thing again, because at this point, I could probably just end the episode, and then I can just find my way back down. But yeah, I know which is the proper way to go for story advancement. Does that mean I'm gonna go that way? Not necessarily, because again, I am like half committed now to at least trying to level up Flock and Evolve. Why are the ghosts getting more consistent? If I run into one more ghost before I hit the bottom, before I hit the stairs, I'm just gonna use the escape rope, because at this point I don't want to deal with it. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end this one here, and then we might end up going the wrong way next. Okay, I'm using the escape rope. We might end up going the wrong way next time just to get the EXP and see how far we get. Or we might just go the right way, because to be fair, like I said, guaranteed if we don't get it by the gym trainers, we'll get the evolution by the gym leader themselves. So without further ado, I'm going to end here. Hope all of you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, join us on Twitch. And in the next one, what we'll end up doing is we will make our way towards the next gym city at the very least. Okay, I was about to say, if it doesn't let me use escape, I'm gonna cry. I'll see you all then. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, join us on Twitch, and let's be the very best that no one ever was.